Hi, this is Shadow CTM2 again, and this is my Wi-Fi battle number 2. And I was versing this guy, and it was on Serbian. I was talking to him, and he has a YouTube channel, and we just decided to battle. His name is MrJoebobism, and he is a great YouTube battler, and you guys should check out his channel. And here we go with the battle. Sorry. Here we go with the battle. I started off with my Rotom, and he starts with the Hippowdon. Yeah, and I was thinking, hey, know some ground moves, but then I forgot about Levitate, and so he went with the Stealth Rock, and I decided to go with the Swords Dance. Right after the Sandstorm, I decided to go with the Swords Dance so I could boost my Scissor's attack power. But then something unexpected had happened. He used Fire Fang. I was not thinking that Hippowdon was going to know Fire Fang. It does a pretty good chunk of damage to my Scizor. He barely survives it. But in the next turn, I was able to land my Iron Head attack, and it does a pretty good amount of damage to him. Not enough to kill him, but it does a pretty good amount. Then he goes and flinches, which was pure luck on my part, and I was just talking to him about that. Then on my next turn, and as you can see, he has lefties, and on my next turn, I went for the Bullet Punch, thinking that, hey, I could finish him off with the Bullet Punch, but look at that. He barely survives it, and he finishes me off with the Fire Fang. So I was like, God, how did he survive that freaking Bullet Punch? Because my Scizor is maxed EV'd at 394, so I'm thinking, what the heck, and with one Swords Dance. And he goes with the lefties again. Then I decided to switch into Rotom and just finish him off with the Shadow Ball, since that Hippowdon was getting on my nerves. And then he decides to go into, on this next turn, he decides to go into a Metagross after I'm buffeted by the Sandstorm. Oh, never mind, he goes into a Gengar. And I just use Shadow Ball. He tried to use Hypnosis, he misses, and I go in for the Shadow Ball, and luckily I get the crit. No, either way, I finish him off in one hit with one Shadow Ball. It's super effective, and my bad, there was no crit. But after this one, then he goes into his Metagross. I was thinking, oh look, he has a Metagross too, so I decided to switch my Rotom out, and I go into my Metagross as well. And to the fact, I just found out that my Metagross is just a little bit faster than his Metagross is. And I did not think of that. And so on this turn I went for the Iron Defense, and he switches. He withdraws his Metagross and goes into, oh no, never mind, he goes into Rock Polish, my bad. I thought he withdrawed. On the next turn is when he withdraws, and I still go for another Iron Defense, thinking, hey, this thing only knows attack, so I'm just gonna boost my defense since it only knows physical attack. And then he goes into a Kingdra. Then I go and use my Iron Defense, and I'm thinking, oh, it's a Kingdra. Man, this is gonna suck. It's probably gonna know a Fire Attack or a Flamethrower or something. So I decided to switch into something else, so that way I can predicting his Flamethrower. So I go into my Spiritomb, and then my prediction was an epic fail because he uses Dragon Pulse. No, he uses Surf. And I'm thinking, oh man, I was really predicting a Flamethrower, and I thought I could save him. But I was wrong. So I decided to keep my Spiritomb in there, and I try to use Hypnosis on the Kingdra. But he uses Dragon Pulse, and pretty much he doesn't annihilate me. I survive with 9 health. HP, and I use Hypnosis. It misses, and the Sandstorm just takes me out. So, score 1 for the Kingdra. So I decided to go into my Magneton, thinking, hey, I can just use a Discharge and kill this thing. But I get stoned with the Dragon, and he uses a Blizzard, but fortunately it misses. So I use Discharge, thinking, hey, this might be doing a lot of damage, and hopefully I might even get a crit or a Parahax. But I get neither, and then the Storm rages, and he gets buffeted. Bruffed, whatever. Anyways, he goes for the serve. I stay in like yellow health, and I stay with 95. I use Discharge again and finish that Kingdra off with my Magneton. So he decides to go into his Garchomp. And I decided to go with the Flash Cannon, thinking, hey, maybe I can get a decent amount of damage on before he kills my Magneton off. Because knowing Garchomps, they're going to know either, like, EQ or some Fire Fang. Which, fortunately, this one knows, I forget what he uses. I know he uses a Fire Attack and annihilates me. Yeah, he knew Fire Fang and annihilates my Magneton with it. So then I decided to go into, I decided to go into my Rotom again, trying to see, hey, maybe my Rotom's a little bit faster than the Garchomp, so I'm thinking maybe I can get a Shadow Ball off and get a crit. But I don't get the crit, but I do get the special defense fall on him. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe I'm hoping his next attack will miss me. But it hits me and annihilates my Rotom. So, I lost my Rotom there. So, I'm thinking, I'm gonna get revenge on you, so I'm gonna take this opportunity and use my own Garchomp. So, I'm thinking, really hope that my Garchomp is a speedy one that can easily outspeed his Garchomp, but it doesn't, and he gets the Outrage on me. So, he uses Outrage with the Swords Dance attack up and annihilates my Garchomp with that. The attack I was going to use was Dragon Claw, hoping that maybe I can outspeed him, but I didn't. So I go into my last Pokemon, which is my Metagross. And I'm thinking, hey, my Metagross has a pretty good high attack, and he's got some good defense, so I use a Bullet Punch, thinking I hope I can take this thing out, but I don't. He barely holds on, and then he uses Outrage again. And then he gets the Fatigue and gets confused. Yeah, my Metagross survives with 58 HP, the Sandstorm still is raging, and his evasiveness is up because of Sand Veil, but luckily my Bullet Punch hits him and takes him out. Then his next Pokemon, he goes in, just annihilates my Metagross. He sends in an Infernape, which I'm just thinking, oh crap, it's an Infernape, I am totally screwed here, which I was. I tried to go for the Psychic, but I know I was going to outspeed him, and he Flare Blitzes me to the face, and annihilates my Metagross. So I'm thinking, ah man, I was so close to winning. But, in other way, it was still a good game, so GG to you. And you guys should really check out this guy's channel, because he does some really good battling and has some good strategies and everything. So yeah, check out his channel. This is Shadow CTM2. Peace.